We're going to talk about the bottom in this episode because I genuinely believe that the bottom is in the cryptocurrency markets. We'll look at XRP because the XRP ledger hit a monthly low. We'll hear from Hester Pierce about meme coins because she claims that the SEC has no business investigating them. I'll explain why. Finally, we'll hear from Brad Garlinghouse about the CFTC and what this means for the entire cryptocurrency industry going forward. Without further ado, please sit back, relax, and put your feet up. Let's dive into a Bitcoin that hasn't moved much today. It's down about 0.5%. Ethereum is currently up nearly 1%. As XRP is approaching a mean low 1,045 cents total cryptocurrency market cap, USDT and USDC have recovered to their dollar pegs. We are at the ground level right now. This is where you want to get in. As I previously told you, it doesn't take a lot of money to move this thing because the market is so young for the crypto being so young in 3 exchange listings, and the 4th one in the works for next week. Someone give it the old flicker-rooney because it's just not moving. $3.16 trillion. So much for Brad Garlinghouse is $4 to $5 trillion by the end of the 24th. I am informing you of this very moment. I told you at the end of the first video that we were going to dive right into the XRP chart at the beginning of the second video. This is on the daily, and we are looking to get above the 8 EMA, which is your green line. If we are successful in closing above the 8 EMA, it will indicate to us that the price is bullish in the short term, and your next leg up will need to get above about $2.60. If I had to guess, this will adjust, and your real lines will likely be around 272. If that happens, the floodgates will be open, and this thing will be able to run the Reaper line. If the Reaper line is broken at 230-231, we're going to retest the 2020 all-time high, which is sitting around 96. We discussed what to watch for in the price of XRP today as the Grayscale ETF announcement and the Bloomberg 2025 ETF approval probabilities are released. Keep in mind that this is merely Bloomberg's rating system and is not official. This is just that. This does not imply that it is accurate. Many people ask, why is XRP so low? Bloomberg claims that Litecoin has a 90% probability of being approved as an ETF, whereas Dogecoin has a 75% chance because they despise XRP. XRP at 65% and Solana at 70% appear to be 65%. Bloomberg says, I'll take it. This could be a 0%. This might represent 20%. I am convinced that Brad Garlinghouse shares my belief, and they only mention that Grayscale. It is untrue that Bitwise Canary 21 shares of Wisdom Tree have registered an ETF. Although more than 11 companies have submitted, only 19 will have their forms recognized today for Grayscale for XRP. I won't lie to you, Michael Branch released this, and I'm rather thrilled about an XRP ETF. The 19 before recognition is that the SEC is aware and that they are sitting that day to review. Grayscale's investment application to convert its trust into a spot exchange-traded fund, ETF, is expected to be addressed by the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission as early as today. To recall, Grayscale opened the trust and asked what it did. If the trust indicated that there was demand, they took it and converted it to an ETF. However, you must first determine whether there is demand for the trust. If not, you don't choose an ETF. The price of XRP simply increased as network activity hit a monthly low. Is that bad? I don't believe so. It states that the price of XRP has fluctuated by just over 2% over the past 7 days, battling to maintain gains of $2.50. Its market capitalization has now dropped to $140 billion, and its trading volume has increased by 47% in the past day to reach $5.6 billion. According to the chart, the XRP chaining money flow is now at 13, a significant increase from negative 0.06 just 1 day ago. The chart also began to turn bullish, indicating that more money is moving into XRP rather than out. When more money flows into an asset, the price of that asset rises. That's how it works. According to the report, XRP's 7-day activity addresses recently peaked on December 5th at 495,000 before declining. About a month ago, there was another spike, reaching 407,000 on January 20th. Since then, it has been gradually declining. At 231,000 right now, the metric is at its lowest level in a month. This drop points to a slowing in network activity, which may affect how prices move. Incredibly fascinating. Another fascinating piece of news that can give you some idea of where the money is going and where it is coming into altcoins daily. The SEC has no business looking into meme coins, as Hester Pierce explains here. It's only 44 seconds, so let's listen to it before I provide my thoughts on why she is coming out and saying this. What you're doing behind her monitor must appeal to you. What is the query? What is she doing? The President and First Lady launching their own meme coins. Commissioner, does that make your job harder? I believe that one of the things we're trying to do is look at the categories of tokens that are out there. A lot of people are introducing meme coins right now, and facts and circumstances are important. However, many of the meme coins that are out there probably don't have a home as in the second under our current set of regulations. So again, if Congress wants to address that, they can do that. Also, the CFTC may want to address that, but many of those, in my opinion, are probably outside of our jurisdiction. This is how I see it. For what reason does she say this? Do you believe she will leave? We're going at President Trump and his wife for a meme coin, Hester Pierce will say. No, are you aware of how much work the SEC has to do? Even comparing Ripple and XRP, they were unable to distinguish between the two. Are they going to try to find out who is making meme coins on these DEXs, in your opinion? They will never be discovered. What I believe will eventually occur is that these DEXs will all be run through the exchanges, and the only way to use a DEX is to have the KYC and all with the exchange. If that doesn't happen, you won't be able to use a DEX. That's how they're going to crack down on all these scams and money laundering. That's my thought process behind us. However, the SEC isn't going after the meme coins, and they're not going after President Trump. You know how quickly she would lose her job if she went after the president. Let's consider the fact that, for example, the National Bank of Canada purchases more than $2 million worth of Bitcoin. The importance of gaming ripples and making the real US dollar the unofficial US digital dollar, the CFTC, is discussed here, and Ripple is part of their form. This demonstrates that US regulators are actively influencing stablecoins' function in a compliant financial system. It indicates that the establishment of a digital currency issued by the Federal Central Bank in the United States is creating a regulated framework in which private sector solutions, such as RLUSD, can serve as the unofficial digital dollar. The odd thing about that is that after Trump nominated Brian Quintins to be the next chairman of the CFTC, Brad Garlinghouse, grinning broadly, said, "Look, the CFTC is essential to ensuring that the United States has the strongest capital markets in the world. Congratulations on being nominated here." Why, in your opinion, is Brad Garlinghouse energizing and bolstering them here? They were just sitting with Brad Garlinghouse. Along with the CFTC, Ripple is a board member who is investigating stablecoins, Tether, and the future of stablecoins in the US. They will most likely follow Europe's lead with MiCA, which would require Tether to be delisted. After that, they will need to determine another reliable asset to support this, such as USDC Circle or perhaps another participant in the market. Ripple and RLUSD, take note, people. We'll file the money if you keep an eye on their actions. It's that easy. Keep in mind that you also want it if the institutions do.